Welcome to the Diary of Dating Over 50 with Tanya R. Lewis, the hottest dating show on social media, hosted by the sassiest model of them all, Tanya R. Lewis. Are you 50 and single, dating or waiting to mingle? Be a guest on the Diary of Dating Over 50 with your host, Tanya R. Lewis.
Hello, this is Tanya R. Lewis, and welcome to the Diary of Dating Over 50. Our new series of our umbrella, under our umbrella, is called The Diary of Life, when life is life, and with Tanya R. Lewis. Guys, I have an exciting guest here today, and she's a sister of mine. We've been through a lot together, and y'all know how I do it. I allow them to introduce themselves. So, welcome to another episode. And Susan, take it away.
Okay,
Just
hey
a little bit about
everybody.
yourself.
My name is Susan. I am a woman in long-term recovery. I am a mother of four. I am
hmm
I am also a disabled veteran. I'm native of Poughkeepsie, New York, but I'm very excited. Tanya, thank you
Yes. Where the
for
hell is
having me.
Poughkeepsie, y'all?
Upstate, and yes, that is New York for the five borough people. We are New York.
Okay. All right. So, y'all, we're going to dive right into this. We ain't going to waste no time. Okay. So, can you share a little bit about your journey in Narcotics Anonymous? Yes.
Okay. Well, I would love
hmm
to. I came in when I was 30 years old and real young, didn't know much about life, but quickly met some people who wanted to help me. And they
hmm
gave me some things to do to keep me occupied so I wouldn't get bored because I was so young. And my life just took off from there. When I first came in, I was in a treatment center, and they say you were not supposed to fraternize, but I met this Muslim brother, and he wooed me and told me how beautiful I was, and he loved my natural hair. And long story short, we had a baby.
you, okay. So, that's your oldest son, then?
That is my
Oldest
oldest
son.
son.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, take me back to what brought you to recovery as a young girl, because you went into the service.
Mhm.
Okay. So, how did from the service to Narcotics Anonymous, what happened?
Well, I probably will have to tell you how I got
Yes.
to the service. So
hmm
I started using substances at the age of 14, and peer pressure, trying to fit in, and
Yeah.
started with alcohol. Actually, the Wild Hours Rose.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord.
But we mixed ours with Old English. We called it Boilermakers.
Oh no, so it was Wild Hours
Okay.
Road, Night Train, Mad Dog, OE, Colt 45, all that private stock. Read the labels
Oh my.
and all the joints, but I didn't know that I had this disease, that it was going to take me across the line. So at the age of 15, I went to my first treatment.
At 15?
15 years old.
Okay.
I went to this lavish treatment center. I
Vacation.
mean, oh my God, it was real nice. The
Resort.
Arms Acres, that's what it was called. And it was nice. I was the only
hmm
black female. I think it cost my mother 25,000. Her insurance paid for it. And they thought I was the most cool. I used to match my clothes, and so
hmm
they were very fond of me. What the counselors were, and I was very manipulative. I was lying at an early age, but anyway,
Dress that outside
yeah.
up.
And so I met an adult, a male adult patient there, and of course there go my fraternizing. It's always a
Mhm.
man,
Yes.
but I didn't
Yes.
complete that program. I went AWOL a week before I was to graduate. But nonetheless, I come from
Mm,
a great family, so I knew
yes.
right from wrong. And that's how I ended up in the military. After dropping out from high school, I went to Job Corps, and then I joined the
Wow, I was
military.
in Job
Yeah.
Corps too. I didn't know you went to
I
Job
went to
Corps.
Job Corps, got my GED,
Me
a
too.
plumbing trade,
Okay, I got
and my
clerical.
driver
Oh
license.
my God.
So, and I'm the youngest of five. I have all brothers. I don't have any sisters, so I'm
Wow.
very tomboyish
Mhm.
at the time. And and then my life just spiraled. I joined the army because my friends were still getting high, and I was like, I got to do something. You know,
Hmm.
I came from a family that,
Doing something.
yeah,
Yeah.
and so I wanted to do something too.
Hmm.
So I joined the army, but in the army you drink. I
You
drank.
you can drink as
Oh my
much as you
God,
want in the
I
army.
drank beer
Yes.
every day, and that was the first time I heard the word lush. I didn't know what a lush was, but it was me
Hmm.
because I drank every day. So after the military, I come back home. I'm pregnant. I met a man. After an
Always
engagement.
a man, y'all. Y'all
so
hear this?
so it was crazy because I got engaged in Fort Knox, Kentucky, but my fiance wanted to leave the military to go sell crack. I said, "What? You're leaving the
Military.
military to go sell crack?" I didn't understand that. Broke
Oh.
my heart. So I signed up to go to Korea, and in
Mhm.
Korea, 1 month over there, I met another man, and I got
Y'all see where this
pregnant,
story is going?
and I could not drink over there. That was the most miserable time I had because I couldn't
Drink.
drink. So, and I came home, and my friends were getting high, and I continued to get high, and I had this baby. That's my oldest daughter.
That's
And
got me.
so my mother raised that daughter though, because my addiction has spiraled out of control. And I was living in New York, and my mother had enough, and she moved to Georgia. And so
Your mother moved to Georgia
from New York
for because of you and your
because of
addiction.
me and my addiction,
Wow.
and with my newborn baby.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so thank God for mothers though, because that
Mhm.
baby could have ended up in foster care
Yeah.
or something worse by me using those drugs. So I had no choice but to go to another treatment, and I went to treatment. Got 30 days under my belt, and she bought me a ticket to Georgia. That's how I moved to Georgia. That was 31 years ago.
Wow.
And so when I came here, I was doing good for a while, and then I had a bright idea.
What was
Ended up
that?
on the west side of Atlanta, Cascade,
Oh my.
from 1996 to 2000.
And so what how was your life over on Cascade? Give us the
So
details. Because there's some young lady out there over on Cascade right now that
yeah,
might see this.
my friend probably still over there
Wow.
to this day. But I found
Mhm.
this place called the Bat House. That's what they really called it, the
The
Bat House.
bat
The Bat,
bat bat
BAT
house.
house. And where people lived and got high, and
Was it running water and
well, we had
lights and
running water and yeah, lights.
okay.
We could cook. So I met a guy. I call him my guardian angel. His
Hmm.
name is Smokey. He saved my life from the streets. Although I was still using the drugs and
Hmm.
in and out, and walking up and down the streets. I have been in abandoned buildings, and in and out of cars, and
Wow.
being violated and things like that. But he kept me off the street. I always had a bed to go sleep in.
So time you wanted anytime you needed to lay down, you could go
Oh
to
yeah.
his house.
Plus my mother stayed on the south side, so I could call her and she would come get me
Wow.
and pick me up and let me come rest and take a shower. And so
And what did she say when she picked you up when you came? I know you had to
she
hear a
so
lecture.
she still has my daughter.
Okay.
And so picking me up, so I could see my daughter saying, well, she couldn't call me mommy, she would call me Suni because she couldn't say Susan. Suni. And so,
Oh.
but because I was up so long, I would sleep a lot,
So you would sleep
and
the
I
whole
had no
time you were.
time for her.
Mhm.
And when I would wake up, and well,
Mhm.
I don't know if you know, but someone who smokes the drugs I smoke,
Mhm.
when we come down, we like to eat a lot. We
Mhm.
like to sleep. We like to eat, sleep, eat, back and forth. So after a few days of that, you're rested.
And
And so I
you
would get
knew you
up,
ready to go back
and my
out.
mother said, "You ready?" And I
Wow.
think that was like a defense mechanism for her because she was so, hurt. She
Yeah.
she just knew I was gonna go back out, and I had to listen to my daughter crying at the door, but it didn't stop me. I still
Mhm.
would just keep moving, Tanya,
Wow.
and I still remember that. But thank God she don't remember that. My daughter
I
will be
don't.
31 next month.
And she don't remember
She
that.
don't remember that,
Wow.
and so thank God. One day
Mhm.
I wrote a bad check, and I got locked up. And although I was mad because it was my birthday,
Mhm.
and you know, on your birthday you get the free ones, and so I was, but it saved my life.
You got locked up on your birthday.
Yeah, June
you about
15th.
you about to party that
Man,
day.
please. And I had was getting paid the next day because I had a little piece of job,
Mhm.
but they locked me up. Saved my life.
How did you get to that job? I'm talking about you had a piece of
Well, it was a piece of
job.
job, so you know, you you could stop for a period of time, but not consistently.
Consistently. That's
You
how I
know,
was. I could stop and start. Stop. I had no problem stopping, but I mean the starting, I just couldn't stay stopped.
right.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
tried to do it on the weekends.
Oh yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll hide the money right here, or
You
I
had the
ain't gonna
money for
use this
yourself.
week. I went to the church. So
Mhm.
I would stop off and on. It wasn't like consistent.
Listen.
But I finally got arrested, and I got into a program called New Beginnings, and New
Mhm.
Beginnings led me to Fulton County Drug Court. And in there is where I met that Muslim brother who gave me my second child.
How you talking about in jail?
No,
Oh, in court.
in the Fulton County Drug Court.
Court.
That was an outpatient program.
Okay.
But and I met some wonderful people in there. I got two people who I graduated with. We're still friends to this day.
Oh wow.
So that's 24 years ago, 24 and a half. But in that process, being on Cascade, like, it's a dark place. I had two friends who are still out there. They just won't. They see me. They see my life changing.
And they be glad to see you, but
They
they ain't
call
ready
me
to
when they
change.
want some help for that moment, and then they go right back to the same place. But I'm the plug. Like, I got them.
Yeah. You
Whenever
definitely
they
the plug.
ready.
You definitely the
The
plug.
good plug this time, though.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's say how has it been raising your children after you lost your husband? Because you lost your husband through this
Now
process.
let's talk about how I got that husband.
Let's talk about how you got another man.
Look, woo, the story of my life. But
Okay.
and that's funny because growing up, I could, like, they used to call me ugly.
Yeah.
And I used to think I was so ugly until I got my first boyfriend.
Yeah.
And that was out of New York. I had went to Virginia for messing up so much. But I met this young man in Virginia. Nonetheless, the Muslim brother, I thought he was the sweetest, but I found out he was a whore. I always tease him because me and him are good friends to this day.
Y'all are good friends, yes.
And so I met another young man. I had to come tell my story at a meeting, and he saw me. I didn't know he was watching me like that. So after the meeting, he asked me could I braid his hair, and he had an afro with a bald spot in the middle. I was like, now what hair he want me to braid? But I said yeah, because the type of person I am. And I was telling him we was having a Father's Day cookout. It was my birthday. My birthday is June 15th. He was like, that's my birthday. So I met a man June 15th, me and my late husband. But anyway, we started talking, and I was heavy in the church, so I said we got to get married. We got married. We had 2 kids. Well, actually, we had 5 pregnancies with him.
Wow.
But I lost 3 of them.
Wow.
Yeah, when we got married, I was pregnant, and I lost that baby at 5 months. Her name was Savannah. We was gonna name her Savannah. We had a big wedding. I'm like, the whole NA was in the wedding. It was nice, and but all hell broke loose after that wedding. Now, our marriage wasn't perfect, but we loved each other, and we had 2 beautiful kids. They are 16, and my youngest just turned 13 yesterday.
She's a teenager.
Big party tomorrow.
Yes.
I am that mom. But yeah, and then about 7 years, almost 7 years ago, my husband was diagnosed with lung cancer, and that was very sad. And all the trouble that we've been through, and divorce court. We went to divorce court twice, but never really went through with it. Yeah. He always wanted his family back, and I always wanted a family. And we loved each other, and so I was glad when he got diagnosed. I was able to be there
Yes.
to
Because you took care
put a
of him.
smile on his face every day I
Yeah.
could. And me and him were cool, cooler than the fan. He
Yeah.
was from Cleveland,
Yes, he
so
was.
he was cool. He would let me be me. He wasn't like, who is that? Where you
Mhm.
going? Why
Mhm.
you wearing that? Like he was just,
Like the other
how
relationships
much
you've
money
had.
you need,
Wow.
stuff like that. F them people. I mean, he
Mhm.
spoke his mind.
Yeah.
I was the opposite. Don't
Yeah.
talk to them like that. That's
He.
not nice. He said, man, F them
Them people.
folk. This what it is. My friends would be like, hey, Larry. And he said, why you speaking to me today? You didn't speak to me yesterday when Susan wasn't here. I used to say, now Larry. But anyway, he died between me and my daughter, my youngest daughter.
Oh,
Um, we went to sleep. He in the middle of us, and when we woke up, he
he
was
was
gone.
gone.
And so the fellowship showed
Mhm.
up like none
Wow.
other. Yeah.
So you were when he, I mean, to wake up and next to your husband and he's gone, um, that had to have be heavy on you.
It was.
Mhm.
And the reason why his mother and his sisters were in the house at the time. But we wanted to be close, me
Mhm.
and my daughter.
Mhm.
And he was making this gurgling sound. And it was awful.
Mhm.
And I prayed and I was like, Lord, I can't take this. It
Mhm.
just was awful.
Right.
And I managed to fall asleep. But when I woke up, I didn't hear
Mhm.
the sound no more.
As he was transitioning.
hmm But
Wow.
yeah, and I was like, Larry, would you like me to would you want me to get married again?
Mhm.
And he said, I don't give a F. I said, nah, I'm serious now. He was like, if he love you, Susan. And and then I met that man.
Yeah. So you've been since Larry has gone, because that was your best friend, that was your
hmm
partner. Have you been looking for Larry in the past relationships that
I don't
um
think I was looking for
or
Larry.
looking for how the relationship that you and Larry had?
What I said to God was,
Mm.
if you give me a do-over, I wouldn't treat another man like I treated my husband. Because I grew up with, and so I don't like to use the word, but nigga F you and you a bum and po hut.
Yes,
We used to
yes.
talk at
Did
each
each
other.
other. Yeah.
He'll call me bees. I
Uh-huh.
say your mama.
Uh-huh.
Things like
Like
that.
that.
That's how we used to talk.
Communicate. Huh?
Yes. Because we didn't know no better. We were
Right.
both
Both young.
young, growing up,
Mhm.
learning each other. So we
Mhm.
both made mistakes. But I said I would never
Never.
do another man like I did Larry. And so even in the end,
Mhm.
before he got sick, he was changing.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he was really into the family. Telling his secrets of what may have happened. And I remember he said, you got something you want to tell me? I said, no,
He told you you had some
I ain't
secrets too,
got
didn't
nothing to tell you.
you?
But yeah, he was changing. He was
Wow.
changing, but it seemed like I started becoming who he was. See, in the
Mhm.
beginning, I was trying to do the right thing,
Bring.
but in the end, after all that stuff we've been through, because we
Mhm.
were married 13 years,
Wow.
so
And it,
together about 14 and a half.
and you just got tired, so then you
I was
start
like, I used to
retaliating.
say, man, you ain't found another woman. I used to be praying he'd get somebody
Mhm.
because I felt like it was never going to be. But
Mhm.
then when he got that diagnosis, I was like,
Mhm.
I just
Mhm.
wanted him, to be okay. And so when he died, it took a minute, and I met this young man, and you couldn't tell me God didn't open the clouds up heaven and send him to me. It just seemed so perfect, and I thought my kids needed a dad till I started seeing some red flags, and I said,
Mhm.
I can't do this,
Mhm.
and so that didn't last. And you was in the wedding.
Yes, I was in the wedding.
You
It was
followed
right.
me to
My
Vegas.
spirit followed you. We all followed you to Vegas.
We had a nice wedding,
Yes,
and
and you
me and him just reconnected.
did y'all.
To talk and be
Hmm.
friends because I owed him an apology.
Yeah, that was the red flags came up there.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, like when I was going to get married, when the red flags came up, I was pushing through it, trying to say,
Mm.
okay, you know what? I'm older now. Come on, God, I got to go ahead. This is the man you sent, and he's gonna change. And finally, 2 months before the wedding, I couldn't do it.
Mhm.
I could not do it. But you pushed through,
Mhm.
and you have had your fill of men,
Mhm.
and dating over 50. Um,
Mhm.
what are you gonna do differently now?
So after that divorce,
Mm-hmm.
I met another young man,
Mm-hmm.
and again,
Mm-hmm.
look, my
Yeah.
mother said, "Girl, your taste is all in your mouth," and she
that
always say, "I
is
see."
different. Your taste is in your mouth, not in your man,
uh,
huh?
and she would say, "I see things through rose-colored glasses.
Yes.
I see the good.
Yeah, that's what my
I don't."
ex-husband say. Tanya, you like them underdogs.
Yeah,
You want to fight for the
and
underdog.
so because of who I am, I know a lot of people.
Hmm. Yes, you do.
Um, I am a friendly person. I'm
Hmm.
approachable,
Hmm.
but I've learned how to keep it in perspective.
Hmm.
So I'm not gonna, do the things I used to do. So the people I know, it's not like I'm setting up um, dates on the
Right.
side.
Yeah.
I'm really being my
Hmm.
authentic, loyal self. Like I'm just trying to do the right thing for the
Hmm.
right reasons
Hmm.
today. And sometimes men don't understand all the men that's in my life because
Hmm.
we cool like
Yeah,
that,
you know a lot of men.
and we
Uh
cool
huh.
like that.
Yes.
And so I don't
And
go outside the boundaries.
they can't
Mm-mm.
handle that. The jealousy, and they thinking something going on, or you always in some man's space.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
started retracting. Like, I remember being married and looking out my window
Hmm.
because my husband thought I was looking at the neighbor across the street. So I would look out the window to see if he was out there before I come outside. So I ain't have to have an argument.
Wow.
And then one day I said, "Man, what's wrong with you?" And then, so anyway, that didn't work. But then with this one, it was everybody,
Everybody.
any
It
man,
was any man.
even
Yeah.
you. Oh,
You
y'all
got
must have had something going. I'm saying, come on. That's just,
wow.
I can't compete with that.
Mhm.
And I genuinely really adored this last
Yes.
guy. And it's taken me a minute off of this breakup.
Yeah.
Like I'm moving like a turtle, but
Mhm.
but but the woman who guides me, she says, the turtle won the race in the end.
Yes, at the
I
end.
was
Oh
like, thank you.
wow.
That gives me hope
Yes.
because
Mhm.
although I
Mhm.
miss them, want to
Mhm.
call them,
Mhm.
and I do call them when
Mhm.
I want to call them.
Mhm.
I have a therapist because sometimes you need extra help.
Yes.
She says, in that moment, if that's what you feel, then
Do it.
feel it.
Yeah. But my process was, don't call them, don't answer their text, because you got to get through that pain. You got to
Mm-hmm.
get through the other side, and everybody go through things differently. But
Mm-hmm.
when I like I said, my exit game is so cold. When I'm done, I'm done, and
See, trying to
and,
get to that point
yeah,
in time.
and I don't touch it no more,
Mm-hmm.
because the thing of it is, if I seen them again and if I talk to them again, then that's gonna start my feelings all over again.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
But that's what I said. In this community that
Mhm.
we in,
Mhm.
I'm gonna see him
Yeah,
again.
you are. Yeah,
So I
yeah,
might as well just this. So for me, this is my process.
yes.
I know we're never. I mean, I can't ignore those red flags. It's
Hmm.
never gonna get better.
Right.
But in the meantime, if I feel like calling you, I will. If you
Hmm.
answer, cool. Evidently, you want to answer. You answer the
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah.
Sometimes you text me. Sometimes I text you. You take me out to dinner.
Hmm.
You know, we just don't do the stuff. Even my birthday just passed. I turned 55. You spent the whole weekend with me. We shot pool, we went seafood, and just had a good time.
Hmm.
But after the birthday, it was like cuckoo. I said, I wasn't trying to get back. I just didn't want to spend my
Okay.
birthday alone.
But you might have to just be alone for a while.
Oh, yeah, I know.
and
But
and,
I'm
and, and,
just talking
and
about what
yeah,
just
and
happened.
focus, on so God could bless you,
Mm,
because it's hard to bless you with that perfect man that He wants you to have,
mm,
if somebody else is still hanging around.
I know.
Yeah. So let's talk about this recovery program that you went there to just work part time, or work, and now you're the director of it.
Well, I'm the
Coordinator.
coordinator.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, so when did I go back to work? My
It's like
friend
2 years
called me.
ago, didn't it?
Three.
Has it been 3?
3 years flew
Yeah.
by. So my friend reached out to me and asked me, um, you ever thought about being a cares? And I was like, no, but I got work ethic, so
Mhm.
let me apply.
Mhm.
Of course, I did well on the interview.
Mhm.
Came there, and like I said, when I came there, it's not a hard job.
Mhm.
But when I come on a new job, I like to stay busy. So I
Mhm.
was always doing
Mhm.
stuff without you telling me.
Mhm.
And of course, my supervisor at the time, he really appreciated that.
Mhm.
And to the point where people would say I was his like favorite,
You was his
you know.
you was his
And
fit
and,
girl.
and what I learned is
Mhm.
at a job, like just do your job
Yeah.
and maybe do a little extra.
Yeah.
And if they ask for some help, say I'll do it, no
Mhm.
problem.
Mhm.
And so, but it takes you a long way. And plus, I have a method to my madness because I'm gonna need a favor. I have small kids,
Yes.
so I
And you're
know
gonna
I
need a
might
day
have to
off.
go to the doctor, the
Yes.
dentist, and
Yes.
and so why not go
I got
above and
one beyond.
beyond? Because I'm
Yes.
gonna need some help too. And so in that job, I was watching the people and learning
Mhm.
until I was the last man standing. Even my supervisor left.
Uh,
And I was doing a job that's supposed to be fully staffed of four cares and a program coordinator. And it was me by
wow.
myself for a minute until they would hire somebody. But it when you love what you're doing, it's not that
It's
hard.
not that hard. It's
And
not. It's
because I'm
easy.
in
Mhm.
recovery, I
Yeah.
mean, and I had some connections and things like that, and people had your back. So
Mhm.
they offered me the position. But the funny thing was I was afraid and I turned it down.
Did you?
And my supervisor looked at me like, "What you been doing?"
You
I
doing the
I
job?
felt like I couldn't do it,
Mhm.
that I didn't have enough skills.
Mhm.
And he said, I wouldn't even offered you the position if I didn't think you could do it. And I was like, golly, why do I always, doubt myself
Yes.
when I'm
Yes.
already doing it? And so, yeah, so it's not challenging, but you
Mhm.
just got to stay connected. And I love it. And
Mhm.
so I'm a supervisor of one, two, now I have a full staff. And they look up to me. And this team I have now is amazing. Like
Okay.
it's no stress. But the team before this, oh, it was a challenge. But sometimes they say you gotta go through the mess.
Yes. So this program is what do it do for someone that's walking in and have an issue in recovery? What do you do for these people?
So we are an addiction recovery support center,
Mhm.
recovery community organization,
Mhm.
and what we do is peer support, like one
Mhm.
on one.
Mhm. Mhm.
We're on the same level, except I'm a peer professional. And when they walk in and have a issue with substances and
Mhm.
either want some intensive outpatient treatment or
Mhm.
supportive housing or need help with a resume,
Wow.
yeah, signing up for food stamps, just a variety of
So,
things. We help them out. We do an intake with them. It's an easy process.
mhm.
All our services are at no cost. You just walk in,
And you
tell
guys.
us, yeah, we'll greet you. Customer
Mhm.
service. Hey,
Mhm.
how you doing?
Mhm.
We got coffee, pool tables, music, and we just recently got donated 12. Uh, what you call it? Techno. We got a new technology center. 12
Wow.
new computers,
Computers.
desk chairs, headphones,
So now you
keyboards.
can y'all teach classes about internet. I mean, on the internet, or it's just for them to help them find jobs.
Yeah, they can utilize it for
Yeah.
interviews.
Okay.
They might even just to use it for resources.
Mhm.
But what we do is we do groups, recovery support groups. We might
Mhm.
watch recovery movies. We might do some artistic recovery, life skills, teaching you about relapse and triggers and coping
Wow.
skills. We have a wellness cafe the last Friday every month where we invite different organizations in. This month, the end of August, we're having people come in do HIV testing, DeKalb Public Health. So we're excited about that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we service like 4 different treatment centers.
So when the people from the treatment centers they come to your facility and you
Yes.
and you start them from the process of getting back into the working world and living.
Yeah.
Cause
They
life,
love coming
cause
to
life
us.
had been lifing on these
Oh
people.
my Lord. And so we're the hope.
Yeah.
We're the light for them. So it's like each one teach one.
Wow.
Right. So to hear it come from us and how we, so with me having 24 years, but our youngest
Mhm.
having 3 years, that's more attainable to them.
Mhm.
Like they could see that.
Right.
And sometimes people be like, 24 years, you didn't go through what I went through, but baby,
We went through our own
if you
process. I'm
knew
sitting
my
here with
story,
14. If you could dig, if I could tell you, but the one thing about it is, I don't care if you had 3 years or 24 years. The obsession was the same.
yeah,
You wanted what you want when you
when you
wanted it.
want it.
And if you wasn't using it, or if you wasn't using, you was thinking about it, or you was trying to make sure you didn't run out. That was me.
What I really like about it is we're non-clinical, so I could just really get, really get into the depths of the
So
situation.
that means you're not like legalized by.
So non-clinical, I don't do any notes. I can't do
Okay.
diagnosis.
Okay. So
It's
you
just
just talk
one-on-one
1-on-one.
peer.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And that cut out a lot of red tape.
Mm-hmm.
And give that person some hope
Oh yeah.
when they walk in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. Okay.
And they love it when they come. They are so excited, and they say thank you. They're always thanking us. Thank you for I had one young lady. She said, "This is the most treatment I've gotten since I've been in the treatment program I am. This is like more therapeutic for her." And so sometimes it's you don't want to be all tense. Like,
Right.
loosen up, y'all. Let your
Well,
hair
you
down.
got to meet people where they at.
And that's what we do. We meet them right where they at. No judgment.
Wow.
Because we all been through some stuff.
And they find it hard to believe that everybody in there done been through.
Right. Because I wear my suit jackets and my my slacks. I don't wear heels anymore, but my skirts and dresses. And so they like, she ain't never smoked no crack. Oh, yes, I did. Bonafide crackhead at the time.
Was you the crackhead where you looking on the floor?
Man, out the window, be quiet, put it up.
Tell me one of your craziest crack stories.
Oh my God.
I know you had some too.
I'm trying to remember. So I remember this is a story where, because I used to hop in and out of cars. That's how I used to make my money.
You used to hop in and out of cars.
Yeah, date.
You used to date people.
Yeah, for money. But anyway, so I'm just being real.
Yeah, y'all hear I'm trying to pull it out. You hear me? what kind of dating you do in and out
that
of cars?
kind of dating. But who's dating a crackhead, right?
Okay.
But anyway, I got into this one car, and sometimes guys try to trick you and stuff like that.
How they try to trick you?
Well, they'll say, this all the money I got, or things of that nature. Now, but this particular time, he went in the store. Now, I didn't tell you I was a thief from a little girl. So I used to steal.
So you a thief before you got high.
I steal the drug dealers' bombs. I would go, I've been in the Army, so I do the Army crawl to get there and then come back and stand next to them. I hope they don't see me.
Wait a minute, you stand next to them with their package in your pocket.
Yeah, they talk about, man, I know I had that. I'd be like,
did you help them look for it?
Yeah, where you say you put it? So, but this particular time, the guy went in there, and I just lift up the
he left you in the
console. Man, with so much money in there, I took it all. I said, now he told me he ain't had no money. And so it was a guy.
And you stayed in there after you took it?
Look, because I couldn't leave. So it was a guy named Pete walking by. I said, Pete, when the man come out, act like you my crazy boyfriend. So when he came out, he said, bitch, didn't I tell you I'm going to kill you? And so, get out that car. But I had the money. So now that was funny. And we ran and we got high all night.
And
Pete, I had to break Pete off.
You had to break him off.
But we got high all night. Now that was just one you got away with. But I've had some risky ones where a guy tried to strangle me.
Did he?
Right, yeah. And I screamed, help me. Like, you in the Army, you got some defense mechanisms. Like you learn how to fight, in other words. And he grabbed me by my throat, but I got away with that. And I was like,
how did you get away?
So this story right here,
Mhm.
Tanya,
Mhm.
is so crazy because I was on Cascade, I was on Donnelly, and I was walking out, and I met a group of young guys, and so they tried to engage with me,
Mhm.
and offered me some money, and they gave me some money, but they tricked me and got the money back. I don't even want to tell that story. That's
How they
I
get
ain't
their
even.
money
I'm not even finna tell that story. But the guy saw it and he was like, I saw what just happened. And so, that's how he approached me and we were
Mhm.
talking. I'm telling this man my whole life story because I talk a lot.
Uh-huh.
When I get
You get
high, I
high, you
talk a
talk, you
lot.
get.
Yes. In the beginning.
Look, I say I could clear a room when I got
Look,
high.
in the beginning I could talk. I
Mhm.
could listen to music, whatever. But we were sitting out on the side of Kroger's on Donnelly
Mhm.
and I was telling him my life story. I was telling my daughter was about to turn, I think 4 or 5, so
Mhm.
it was around coming up on September, and he wanted to date me, and I said we can go in this house back
Mhm.
here,
Mhm.
and I said let me check the perimeter. Look, the military coming
You
back
gonna?
up. So I go in the house, it's abandoned,
It's a band
and
dog.
I
Huh?
see somebody sleep.
Mhm.
So I turned to tell him, but he was on my heels and he grabbed me by my throat and I'm screaming, help! And it woke the guy up. But the guy was watching me get strangled.
He wasn't trying to help you.
He was scared. And then he finally seen him and let me go and said, she tried to jump on me. So
Oh
anyway,
wow.
I ran out the house and the guy came out after me on a bike. But 2 people heard me scream. Anyway, he got away.
Mhm.
But the blessed thing about it was the
Mhm.
guy who was sleeping in there asked me earlier that day, where can he go get some rest? And I told him another house, but he was in this
He was in that
house.
house.
I said, God
Wow.
put him in that house, or
Wow.
I would have been dead. I know I would have been
Wow.
dead.
Wow.
Yep, because as soon as he saw him, he let me go. So that's just one of them. You got a crazy story, and I almost lost my life story.
Yeah.
But that was just one of them. It happened plenty of times.
You got in jackpots a lot out there.
Oh yeah, because
Mhm.
it come with the territory. Like you
Wow.
put yourself in situations
You
when you
wasn't
use
afraid. You
drugs.
wasn't afraid out there.
No, and I like getting high outside.
You like
Outside,
getting high. Oh, you didn't want to get high in the house. You wanted
I
to get out.
could, but outside was where it was at. You see everybody.
Oh, so you ain't have to peek out the window and stuff,
Mm-mm.
huh?
You
They
just
right
be
there
out
around you.
there. You just be outside.
Oh my. Let's talk about dating over 50. Um,
And I am 55.
yes, you turned up double nickel.
Yep,
Okay. Um, your dating has been you've been missing uh the mark.
absolutely.
You know. Um, do you want to get married again?
I do.
You want to get
I love love. Um, it's like a fairy tale.
married? Hmm.
It's that little girl who just wanna meet that prince
Yeah.
and live a happy life. And it could happen, but I have to grow up.
Hmm.
I just had to tell a young man yesterday. I told him if you want to meet somebody, you might need to find a different approach. Not,
Hmm.
hey, sexy Susan.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
that's not how you greet a woman. Or send me can you please send me a picture of your finance? That's not
Okay.
how
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
talk to a woman.
Yeah.
Today, before I used to think that was a
Cute.
compliment.
He thought that was
Oh,
cute,
I'm
huh?
fine. He think I'm
He
fine.
think I'm cute.
I'm gonna send him a picture, two,
The
three,
the
four,
one the
five
one with it
pictures,
way down here and
or
way up
that.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah,
Yeah.
I don't do that
Yeah.
today. So I'm gonna be patient.
Mhm.
In this last relationship, it was like I finally heard somebody, because the women been telling me,
Yeah.
Susan, you don't have to wear your clothes a certain way. You look very nice with the clothes that you wear. Like you can cover up and
Hmm.
look beautiful.
Yes.
And
I had
so,
to take those notes too.
but I didn't hear them,
Hmm.
but I heard him.
You heard
So
them.
it came through a man, and he asked me a question. He said, you never required anything from a man? And
Hmm.
I said, you know what? I felt crazy because I didn't.
You did.
My brothers told me, don't ask a man for nothing, get it yourself. That's how I grew
And you
up.
meant, and you thought that meant you don't ask him to respect you, to treat you right, to treat you like a
Or if I
woman.
needed
Mm-hmm.
anything, I shouldn't have
Yeah.
to ask you. You should
Right.
already know. That's
Yeah.
how I took that.
Yeah.
And so I've always had my own money, and
Mm-hmm.
I just always had my own money, my own everything, and I would be the one to take care of you. If you ain't have it, I got it.
Yeah.
You didn't even need the money, as long as you love me.
Yeah.
Let me say that.
Love me, and
Now,
I got it all.
now today, that's a different
Yeah.
story. I got all these kids, the big old house, the
Mm-hmm.
dog,
Mm-hmm.
a grand. I
A
got
grandson.
4
Grandson.
grandchildren, and
4.
yeah, Larry's daughter has 3 grandchildren. They've been calling me grandma
Yeah. What's her name?
Mika,
Mika. That's right. That's right.
and my granddaughter turned 10 today.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, you're like me, those father, my father wasn't there,
Okay, mine either.
and I always, um, and I always, I'm such a I love being in love. I love seeing love.
Hmm.
I
Me
love
too, Tanya.
having that partner, and I too used to wear those little bitty clothes, and
Hmm.
people looking at my show now, like, God, you done changed a lot. No, I'm still gonna be sexy now,
Yeah, got
but
to
I ain't got to
be.
be naked sexy.
Right,
You
right,
know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yep.
And I've watched you. I don't understand. You are such a powerful woman. You are an amazing woman, but you accept less from a man,
Hmm.
and we have to accept more. We don't
Exactly.
have to have the underdog.
We sure don't,
And
Tanya.
I always went after somebody I could fix. I don't want nobody I can fix. I want somebody to meet me at the table. Now you're gonna
Hmm.
have a couple issues, but it ain't gonna be no red flag issues.
Mm-mm.
It's gonna be some stuff we could talk about. Like the guy I'm dating. I said something. I used the I statement. I said, I need.
Hmm.
This is what I need in a man. This is what I need from you. And
Hmm.
there's nothing wrong with me because I never really did that before.
Right.
I never said, this is what I need to
Hmm.
to to be in this relationship. And that's something. And a lady that I had on my show, her and her husband, the birds, the lovebirds.
Okay.
And when I call her and I talk to her, because they have a beautiful relationship, and
Hmm.
and she didn't think that she would get married again. Uh, but when I asked her, she said, always, she said, just listen to what he want, but always use the I statement and what you need.
Okay.
You can't say, well, you gotta say, this is what I need.
Hmm.
Uh, and I changed that. So that's something that we can't accept the underdog no more.
No, at all.
We can't accept the underdog no more because the underdog require too much work.
Hmm.
They
And
require a
I'm
lot of
not.
work.
Listen, so this season I'm in,
Hmm.
so I'm learning patience.
Hmm.
I have this connection with God. I ask Him for discernment. So
Hmm.
now I see it. I
Hmm.
hear it.
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, this.
And
No.
you have a therapist,
Oh, my. A therapist, a
sponsor.
sponsor.
Yeah.
Listen, so I, I allow people to be them.
Hmm.
We're grown,
Hmm.
operating integrity, and life goes on. Like at this
Hmm.
point,
Hmm.
I have income. God has
Hmm.
afforded me to take care of me. Having a companion to live with will only enhance it,
Hmm.
right? And
Absolutely.
so I will always accept the ones don't have a car yet. They
Yes.
ain't got their
Your
own
own
place.
place.
So I can't
Yeah.
do that anymore.
No.
I'm doing myself
No.
and my children a disservice. Like
Yes.
I am the package,
Hmm.
but I'm not materialistic.
But you don't have to be materialistic for someone to come in and take on their responsibility as
Mhm.
being the man of the house.
Oh yeah.
You
And they
know,
can't come in my
yeah,
house. We're gonna have to build a
I have to
house.
build a house. Yeah,
Yeah, that house right there, let's leave it to the kids.
yes,
But
yes,
what we gonna do?
yes.
I don't know.
So, okay. Lastly, um, you went through. It's like our life. A lot of things in our life are parallel.
Mm-hmm.
You went through your son being taken from you
Mm.
because my son was taken from me, and he did 11 years, and that had to be the hardest thing that I ever went through.
My
Take us through
God.
that process.
So, mm,
Mm.
my son, um, I want to do the ugly cry right now.
Yeah.
My
That's okay.
son, he was my second born, my clean baby is what I
Mhm.
call him. Gave me the foundation um, where I didn't want to get high anymore.
Mhm.
I'm the mother, the sports mother, the show up mother.
Mhm.
In recovery,
Mhm.
made me a different person.
Because you're an amazing mother.
He's smart. I taught all my
Mhm.
kids read, write, math,
Mhm.
all that. Somewhere um, after my third child um, came, more focus was on him than
Mhm.
on him, I want to say.
Mhm.
And he got a friend. And in that friend, I
Mhm.
saw something that wasn't going to be right for my son.
For that friend,
In the same
my
way,
son had that same friend.
my mama
Mhm.
saw it in me.
Yep.
And in the
Mhm.
same way I did my mama,
Mhm.
Mama, that's my friend. I love him.
Mhm.
Same way he did me.
Yeah.
And so I embraced that.
I embraced the friend.
And so, long story short, they were doing things that I didn't know.
Mhm.
And when his father called me and said, they say your son out here robbing people
Mhm.
and claiming he in the gang.
Mhm.
At that moment, I said, I told his father, well, he already know the consequences.
Mhm.
He had dropped out of high school. I put him in military school. He got put out of that, but he went to Atlanta Tech and got his GED because he's smart.
Yes.
Just made some bad decisions. But this particular day, and it was November 13th, 2021, I want to say, 3 years after my husband died, November 13th, 2018. So his friend got killed on the same day his stepfather got killed. And I could that night, couldn't I didn't know where he was, but he called me that night, 11:30 in the evening, and said, Mom, I'm at the police station and they charging me with Kelby's murder. Took the breath out of me.
Wow.
Went down to the station and it just, I didn't want to talk to nobody. Don't call
Mhm.
me.
Mhm.
Nothing.
Mhm.
And the young man who died, I have empathy and sympathy for his mother. And although I'm glad my son is alive, I know, I don't know what she's going through, but I empathize
Yes.
with her. And she hates us. Well,
Mhm.
that was the last thing she said.
Mhm.
And I didn't do anything for her to hate me, so
Mhm.
I just know she's angry.
Mhm.
My son is here and hers
Yes.
isn't.
Yes.
And so anyway, he been in there almost 4 years now. But I'm his biggest supporter. I'm his biggest
Mhm.
motivator. He always tell me, if it wasn't for you, Mom, I don't know what I do.
Mhm.
And he's in there doing positive things,
Yes.
going to school. He's enrolled in college, completed some courses, and it's crazy because the same program I was in Fulton County Jail, he was in the same program. No, but he's off in prison. But
Right.
before prison, he
He
was
went to the
able to go
same.
in that program.
Mhm.
And now I bring a group into the same program to the men that he was in.
Wow.
Yeah, they love me.
It's
We
that.
just had a
That's awesome.
graduation there too.
Wow.
But I just want to help somebody. And yesterday I took the LSAT because I want to be a lawyer. So I took my LSAT to get in
Because
law
your
school.
brother is attorney.
He is a dean
Okay.
and of John Marshall Law School.
Uh-huh.
He just retired.
Mhm.
But I want to do it on my own.
Mhm.
And that's my oh no, I can't say that.
No, you
That's
can't.
the brother. I just said it. I'm sorry,
You
Jeff.
said
I'm
you
sorry, Mike.
you
But
said it.
he taught me a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I got it.
And so anyway,
Mhm.
yeah. So I took the LSAT. We'll see what happens.
Wow. So
They'll
you
be
haven't got your
calling me
scores yet?
attorney August 27th.
Okay.
They'll be calling me Attorney Maxwell.
Wow.
And I want to help people who don't have
Wow.
money. I'm not doing it for the
Mhm.
the riches
Yeah.
or the fame.
So I want to say this. It doesn't matter if you smoke crack, if you was a pill head like me, because I was doing the stuff that Michael Jackson was doing. I just had it in the pill form. But if I could have got shot up like him, I probably would have did that too. Percocet, I took everything. It doesn't matter. If you put it down, God will remove the taste and lost dreams will be awakened.
Come on now. Life will change
Life will change.
without your permission.
Susan, I could just talk to you. I love you so much,
I
and I
love
could
you
just
too,
talk to
Tanya.
you
Thank
all
you.
night. However, my cameraman ready to go home.
Okay.
So, let's see. Let me read these closing thoughts.
Okay.
As we wrap up today's episode, let's reflect on Susan's incredible journey. From navigating the death of drug addiction and homelessness to rising as a director or a coordinator of a recovery center. Her story is a powerful testament to resilience and hope. Susan's military background instilled in her a sense of discipline, which she later transformed into a commitment to helping others find their path to recovery. Through her struggle, she learned that recovery is not just about overcoming addiction, it's about rebuilding a life filled with purpose and connection. Her journey reminds us that no matter how daunting the challenges may seem, change is possible. With support, determination, and belief in oneself, we can emerge stronger. Let's carry Susan's story with us, a beacon of hope for anyone facing their own battles. Thank you for joining us today, and remember, recovery is a journey, not a destination.
Amen.
Thank you, Susan, for joining us. I sure appreciate you.
I
And
appreciate
thank
you,
you, my
Tanya.
audience out there. Like I said, this is a new umbrella, under the umbrella of the Diary of Dating Over 50. This is the Diary of Life, when life is life, and with Tanya R. Lewis. I love you guys.
Right.
Tune in next time.
The hottest dating show on social media, hosted by the sassiest model of them all, Tanya R. Lewis. Are you 50 and single, dating or waiting to mingle? Be a guest on the Diary of Dating Over 50 with your host, Tanya R. Lewis.